New hero adjustments incoming, incoming, incoming. Fine. That is loud as hell on the. I can see it. Oh, that's funny. Whatever. New hero adjustments incoming as soon as season 8.5 of Marvel Rivals arrives. The meta shifts to spice up the battlefield. Check out the latest changes arriving on June 12th. Everything's June 12th, so it's in like 3 days. Our hero hot list has also been updated. Dive into the latest changes now. Oh, there's a hero data. And okay, I should probably like make videos on that or something. Honestly, reach new heights and dominate the battlefield in style. Maintenance will begin on June 12th, 9 a.m. UTC, and is expected to take approximately 2 hours. Please note that the servers will be offline during this period, and the game will be inaccessible. Servers return times may vary based on progress. Stay tuned for updates as we'll announce when they're back up and running on all social platforms. So yeah, it's just they're gonna be down, and then don't expect them to be back up until they're up. Blade, the Daywalker is ready to carve up the competition. We've slightly increased Blade's close range combat capabilities, increased the unstoppable duration provided after each use of the Scarlet Shroud from point 0.4 to 8 to 1. From point 0.4 to 1, that's actually a lot. That's a difference of 6. I don't know. It's unstoppable? I guess it's not too bad. He just can't be stunned. That's what that means for like a whole second, which I guess. While in sword stance, increase the initial hit damage of Daywalker Dash from 20 to 30 and increase the damage per spin from 8 to 10. Total damage increased from 52 to 70. That's crazy, actually. That's a lot of damage. Okay, next, I'm gonna go to Daredevil, then I'll go to Elsa, then Moon Knight. Daredevil, the man without fear, will need to rely a bit more on his other senses now. Wow, you gotta use those eyes that he doesn't have. We're reducing Daredevil's ability to scout enemy position while roaming the outskirts and lowering his engagement distance and post-engagement survivability. Ooh, radar sense. From 50 to 40. Okay, that's not too bad. Reduce Sonic Pursuit dash targeting distance from 20 to 12? That is insane, bro. They basically cut it in half. Daredevil, you're gonna die. Reduce objection. Duration from 1.5 to 1.2. This motherfucker's gonna die, bro. Oh my god. Daredevil's gonna explode. But honestly, none of it is his actual raw damage. I mean, I feel like depending on, especially depending on the map, but depending on the player, like if you can like figure out how to turn a corner, like 12 meters is not that big a deal. Like if an invis can double jump out of the way, which is like 8 meters maybe, like you can for sure do something with 12 meters. And in the detection range 40, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks, but also like these aren't these aren't hard nerfs. They just kind of like push the ceiling kind of, or like or increase the floor. Like now you have to just the bottom line is just now higher. You have to be better. You have to you can't be as loose and fast with your objection. You can't be as far away with your dash, with your pursuit dash. You can't see them from beyond 40 meters. So, I mean, it's all just like playstyle, being a little bit closer, but still kind of sucks. Elsa Bloodstone. The Bloodstone legacy grows stronger. Elsa is getting an increase to her instinct accumulation speed for a slight bump to her baseline performance. Reduce the damage required to upgrade the passive skill. Inherit instinct from elite, no, from 1667 to 111111. What? That's kind of ayo. Well, that's the amount to upgrade. So they knocked it by 500, basically. The damage to rating conversion multiplier is increased from 0.00006 to 0.00009. I don't necessarily know what all that means. Just that she might be dashing around a little bit more often, but besides that, it's not that big a buff. Moon Knight. I can scroll down actually. And you guys can see it right there. Can you guys see most of it? My big old head in the way. But whatever. Khonshu demands a bit more precision from his avatar. Mark is getting a reduction to his damage capabilities finally. Reduce Crescent Dark single shot damage from 25 to 23. Ooh, even better. Reduce Moonblade damage from 80 to 70. Okay, good. When Crescent Darts and Moonblade bounce between enemies or onks, adjust the damage attenuation per bounce from 80% to 70%. Moon Knight will now deal less damage when bouncing attacks among multiple targets or off onks. Yeah, by 10%, basically. That's good. Honestly, I think for the amount of ricochet that he has and the amount of performance that he has, he's good. I think, well, people might argue with me, I definitely think that Moon Knight, he's like a slow poke. He like you see like how Namor is a poke. He's a poke in the same way. To me, he isn't like a rate of fire character. He's like a soft poke. You know what I mean? I think everyone has a different rate of fire, and that is important when you're fighting a certain team comp. Like you need to know the rate of fire of all the characters, just so you can even just like soft counter somebody. You can soft counter somebody with a higher rate of fire. You don't even have to be good. Like uh like Groot gets punished by Punisher, or Devil Dino gets kind of punished by Punisher as well. Like because it's just a rate of fire. You don't have to hit all your shots or be like super aggressive with the shotgun. You just have to shoot at him until his bubble's down, and that's it. And then he basically explodes. Same thing with Thing and all those other characters. Is you can have someone like Star Lord or Punisher and just shoot, and it's not 100% about like every hit because like Namor, yeah, he might do a bunch of damage, but it's 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and in that, like, 3 seconds, if they have 2 healers, they're gonna be out performing you. So there's nothing you can do, you can hit him for 125, but then if they're pumping 300 heals into him, what are you really doing? Anyway, Human Torch. Flame on, Johnny. We're slightly increasing Human Torch mobility, Flame. Reducing flame meteor cooldown from 20 to 15, okay. Reducing plasma body single charge energized from 18 to 8 seconds, okay. Namor, the king of Atlantis, commands the tides with greater frequency. The more monster spawns are getting a slight coverage increase. Whoa, what? Increase the aquatic dominion cooldown reduction granted when Trident of Neptune hits the enemies from 1 to 1.3, okay. Oh, wait, monster spawns are getting a slight coverage increase. Wait, does that mean they're also getting an increase in their, in their AoE? Because that's not what this means. Cooldown reduction is not an increase in coverage. Um, Mhm. Or do they mean that because he'll get it what 0.3 seconds faster that he'll be able to throw out another one, so that there's technically more on the battlefield more often, so there's more coverage. I wouldn't necessarily say that though. Black Cat, no! Felicia's luck might have finally run out. We're increasing the fortune cost to purchase relics. Oh my god, decreasing her fortune acquisition efficiency and lowering her survivability and damage. God damn. Reducing Cat's cradle damage from 50 to 40. Remove one charge? Changing it to a cooldown. Holy. And reducing the cooldown from 10 to 8 seconds. Reduce Phantom Pursuit damage from 75 to 70. Increase the fortune cost for Chernobog's Crystal, Ring of Zana, Mentos Fish from 200 to 300. Increasing the fortune cost for Faultline Flame Orb from 100 to 300. Oh, hell no. I can no longer reveal enemies behind objects. Yeah, never using that ever again. Then there's no point in using that at all. Unless you just have literally extra money to just throw away. That's so stupid. Reducing calling card ultimate ability dash targeting range from 60 to 40 meters. Participating in animation no longer refreshes the remaining duration. Instead, it adds 3 seconds to the current remaining time up to the maximum of 10 seconds. Oh my gosh, it's garbage. Increasing the ultimate second hit base damage from 30 to 70, but remove the percentage damage from 25 200 health enemies. Total damage of 2 attack is reduced from 110 to 10 for 600 health enemies. Total damage of 2 attacks is reduced from 180 to 100. Additionally, reduce the fortune gained from this attack from 300 to 200. What? So everything is just reduced. She just got hard nerfed. She's not good anymore. I'm still gonna use her though. I like her. I don't care. I'm gonna try and use her until the cows come home, bro. And I'm just gonna really, really, really try and master her. I don't. Something about Black Cat that's really, really fun for me. So don't mind me if I'm bad. Phoenix. The cosmic flames are burning a little less brightly from afar. We're slightly reducing Jean's flanking sustained and mid to long range damage capabilities. Reduce the healing over time period after detonating sparks from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. What? Or 10 a second to 5 a second? What? That's lame. That's crazy. Cosmic Flame damage falloff. Adjust maximum damage falloff from 30 meters from 75% to 65%. The distance to KO a 250 health enemy with 2 critical hits is shortened from 18 meters to 60 meters. A maximum falloff single hit damage is reduced from 45 to 39. What? And the number of hits required to KO a 250 HP Enemy is increased from 5 to 6. Oh my god, she's dead. I don't think you guys understand. Killing an Ultron as the Phoenix is like so annoying. I will hit him for like 8 shots in a fucking row and they do not die. So just increasing this to like 6, like yeah, I think I've like hit every single shot on an Ultron, and it was 5, but because they have like a little bit of like self healing or they have like that like dash, you literally can't kill, like you can't kill them. It was like it's so annoying. I'm like, dude, I'm hitting this fucking Ultron. Somebody else hit this Ultron. I'm landing. I have like 100% accuracy on an Ultron, and they won't die. They just will never die. It is just insane. Unless you're getting like crits, which is a lot harder, but still. Ugh. I was like, man, I'm accurate, but it's not doing anything. Star Lord, time to get a little closer for those legendary plays. Peter's baseline mid to long range damage capabilities are getting toned down. Element gun damage fall off. Adjust maximum damage fall off at 225 meters from 65 to 50%. It's not affect his ultimate ability. Ooh. His ult stays the same, but ugh. Black Hat got fucking nerf. Adjustments. Vanguard. Angela, Asgard's assassin, is now swifter and sturdier than ever. Angela's survivability and mobility get a slight boost. Reduce assassin's charge cooldown from 6 to 4 seconds. Ooh. In shielded stance, increase shield value from 300 to 350 upon canceling the shield. Increase shield recovery rate from 50 to 60. Reduce the interval between shield use from 1.5 to 1 second. Ooh. Devil Dino. Looks like Moon Girl needs to put her big buddy on a slight diet. We're slightly reducing Devil Dinosaur's damage, survivability, and crowd control to balance experience for other Vanguards facing him. Remove the knockdown effect from Impact Beam. Oh my god, dude. Are you for real? He was like the only anti-air, bro, as a freaking melee. Are you serious? He didn't even need that. Oh my god, he did not need that taken away. It helped though. It was fun. Reduce the percentage damage per second of the bleed effect from 3% to 1.5%. I think people were stacking it, so it was doing way, way, way more than it needed to do. I don't think they got rid of the stacking it. Increase buddy barrier cooldown from 10 to 12 seconds. Increase it. Oh my god, dude. That motherfucker got nerfed to the ground, dude. They do not like him. Magneto. The mutant revolution will not be stopped. Increasing the functionality and threat level of Magneto's ultimate ability. No. Increase Meteor M ultimate ability. Max duration from 4 to 5 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds. Increase the damage dealt when fully charged from 300 to 350. Rogue Sugar. She's tougher than ever. Anna gets a slight increase in her mobility and survivability. Decrease the cooldown of fatal attraction from 14 to 12 seconds. Reduce the energy consumption when using a defensive stance from 60 to 50 a second. Okay. Increase absorb damage energy conservation ratio from 35 to 50. Honestly, I feel like they could change this number to like 80 and it still won't be enough. Team up abilities, adjustments, or removed. Explosive entanglement. What? Mutant drama is cooling down just a bit. Reduce the healing and damage provided by hearts as 1. Rogue, reduce the percentage damage dealt per attack from 3% to 2%, reducing the spell field healing provided per attack from 55 to 25. It wasn't that the only thing that was making Rogue viable, so like why would they adjust that? Alright, last adjustments, the strategies. Alright, Cloak and Dagger. The Divine Duo brings even more light to the shadow. Cloak and Dagger are seeing an increase in baseline healing capabilities. When Light Force Dagger directly hits an ally, reduces the single target healing from 16 to 12, and increases the spell field healing from 16 to 20. For directly hit teammates, the healing remains the same, but for AoE healing, it is increased. Oh. When light directly hits allies, it reduces the single target healing. Wait, so she's getting a nerf and a buff. Her single target healing is 12, but her AoE healing is 20? Increase the health boost provided ratio by Veil of Light Force from 15 to 20. That's weird. Ultron. The Age of Ultron is facing some minor technical difficulties. Ultron's drone coverage range is taking a hit. To lower the buff capabilities provided to allies and reducing his ultimate ability charge speed. Reduce Imperative patch maximum drone distance from 35 to 40. No wonder! I remember when Ultron's drone range was 40 meters. It's 30 meters. They literally cut a whole 10 meters off of it. Jeez. Increase imperative firewall cooldown from 10 to 12. Yeah, that's kind of necessary. Increase the energy cost of Rage of Ultron from 4,000 to 4,300. I mean, I guess it's fine. Adam Gorlock. Pfft. The Golden Gladiator cosmic karma flows more smoothly, slightly increasing Adam's damage to healing conversion efficiency, increasing the avatar life stream charge time reduction when cosmic cluster hits an enemy from 0.48 seconds to 0.6. What I mean? To his charge time reduction from the cluster after it hits reduces his cooldown from instead of at 0.5, let's say 0.5. Instead of it reducing it by 0.5 seconds, it reduces it by 0.6 seconds. That's pretty cool. Strategist Deadpool. The Merc with the Mouth is handing out even more band-aids. Wade has seen a slight increase to his baseline healing capabilities. In gun form, increased bouncing bobblehead continuous healing provided by the spell field from 40 seconds to 50 a second standard. And from 50 a second to 55 upgraded. Basically, he's just getting a little bit more damage buff. Right? Or no, his healing buff. Yeah, he's getting increased healing buff. Bouncing bobblehead. But it's the face thing. I think, yeah. Alright, Gambit and then White Fox. I'll read it out for you. Gambit, the Raging Cajun's biggest hand, is losing a bit of its sting. We've reduced the offensive capabilities of Gambit's ultimate. Reduced the bonus damage multiplier provided by Raging Royal Flush from 25 to 20. Reduced the movement speed from the bonus from 40 to 30. Okay, I mean, it's not that bad. White Fox. Amy Han's mystical charms are a little more contained. White Fox's baseline crowd control abilities are being slightly reduced. Reduce the charm and invincibility spell field radius of spectral surge from 0.8 to 0.6. So you gotta be a little bit more accurate, which I don't like, but I mean, kind of valid if it could cancel. Like, is it. What? That's crazy.